Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike, and with me, as always, is my friend Andrew. And today, we're going to spin the wheels of death to build each other the best, quote unquote, the best NFC fantasy team. So last week, if you didn't join us, we decided to do the AFC. We spun the wheels. We were kind of forced into positions and teams and had to pick what we thought was the best player for our teammates. So I don't get to pick my team. I'm picking for Andrew. Andrew's picking for me.
And I
Andrew,
ended
you
up
ready?
with an almost all rookie team.
You did. Yeah. It was you went young. Very, very anti-Andrew, right? You like the veteran, the experienced players, but the best players in those situations were the rookies.
Yes.
All right. Well, there is some news before we jump into this. Nick Chubb signed a 1-year deal with the Texans, and I think that's a high upside play for them. As a Joe Mixon owner in a few places, it is worrisome because I think Nick Chubb can be a quality backup. He did break his foot. He was coming off a knee injury, so maybe he's off to a slow start. I just think it's a good quality handcuff. Good for football. Don't know what it's going to mean for fantasy.
Wow. You know what? It could be bad for Joe Mixon
Could be.
if Chubb starts breaking off 20-yard runs like he used to. Who are you going to go? Who are you going to give the ball to?
You're going to give it to the guy who's going to get you the yards.
Exactly. So it could be a very contested beginning of the season. I think the job is I think is Mixon's to lose.
Yeah.
But if Chubb takes it full advantage of kind of like what happened in Kansas City when we had Edwards-Helaire and Pacheco,
Right.
and Pacheco just stole the job from Edwards-Helaire, just outplaying him. And if Chubb just outplays Mixon, it could become a very troublesome backfield because everybody wants the ball, right? So
They do.
Yeah.
Hopefully they learn to play nice.
Yes.
All right. Other news, Aaron Rodgers finally signed with the Steelers on his 1-year deal. Oop-de-oop.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Amon St. Brown had his knee surgery. That was unexpected. Didn't know that was happening, but he does believe he'll be ready for training camp.
Was it just to clean up some scar tissue or something, or what was the issue?
He was saying he played through something all season long. At the end of the season, he just went in. Excuse me. He had a procedure, cleaned up some I don't know, cartilage or scar tissue, whatever. Yeah. So nothing serious. Hasn't been blown out of proportion yet. Does make me a bit worrisome. However, I'm still okay and still believe her. And in other news, wide receiver Rashad Bateman signs a 3-year extension worth $39 million with $20 million guaranteed. Good for him for a nobody.
Well, you know what? You bust your butt and on a team that's not been the last few years have not had like stellar wide receivers. It's been by committee.
But they're a run first team.
They are, but that's why I say it's like it's a bust your butt and maybe you get a little bit of recognition. So you're right. Good for him. We'll see how it. We'll see if he can handle the pressure of okay. Obviously, you're the number one now.
No, Zay Flowers still
you
number
think so?
one. Yeah, I think Zay Flowers is still one.
At $39 million, you think he's still the number one?
Well, it's not crazy money. It's really good money though for a guy who barely broke 700 yards, got 9 touchdowns.
But that's what I mean. Is the pressure now going to be on to perform and take over the number one, or be the number one, or share the number one? Kind of like Cincinnati with Chase and Higgins. Obviously, Chase is the number one, but Higgins is expected. Hey, when a ball is thrown to you, you better perform like you were the number one. So we'll see. Good for him, though.
I just think it's a lot of money for a guy that I wouldn't want to roster.
You would or would not?
Would not. From a fantasy standpoint, I'm not trusting Rashad Bateman even in a flex spot. Maybe in a 3, like a deep flex spot, but I'm not.
And probably because he might not get as much attention.
Yeah. When you're worried about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry running the ball, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, and Zay Flowers, they also don't see a lot of targets, but they're generally open, right? Because the coverage is focusing on which one of those two guys is going to run it down our throat.
Yeah, you're right. He could be so you got Lamar Jackson, you got Henry, you got Andrews, Zay Flowers, and then is he number 5 on the list to touch the ball in the play?
Yeah, I think that's actually how it goes. Like it just seems like a lot of money, but hey, if they like him and it feels like he's a fit, I good for them.
That, or maybe the owner said, I'm not going to give you as much money next year if you don't spend it all.
Okay.
Kind of like the budgets with the city of Edmonton. If you don't spend it all, you don't get as much next year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's how they do it. Yeah. All right, you guys have this much money. If you don't spend it, then you don't need it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's buy useless things.
Yeah. Rashad Bateman.
and Rashad Bateman is the golden toilet.
Yeah.
Because we had to spend that amount of money to ensure that we get that money again next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's jump into picking our stuff. Now,
before we jump on that,
okay.
Congratulations to your daughter for winning. What was Miss Congeniality last year?
Miss Congeniality, yep. She did.
For the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to my daughter for getting the scholarship for the summer internship. What's it called? Intensive. The course where they bring in the instructors from the U.S.
Now, did your daughter curse it like when they announced the award that the kids who get these awards, they sometimes curse it because they have to come back for dance this summer?
They curse it for me because yes, I gotta figure out how to get her there for the week during the daytime. But you know what? A great opportunity for her.
It is a great opportunity. That's really cool.
In Kenna's, does she get a scholarship to dance fees next year at all?
Nothing. It's just recognition for being number 2.
What do you mean for as number 2?
Yeah, so the when they did the Miss Congeniality is the runner up, the second place.
Oh, is that
that's what that is? Yeah. Oh. So when they graded out all of the dancers and they voted on who was like dancer of the year, and they gave it to that young girl. And I apologize, forget her name. When they gave that to her, and they're like, and the runner up. So this like Miss Congeniality was Kenna.
Oh, okay. I thought the Miss Congeniality was going to the most friendly, outgoing, personable, somebody that everybody could go talk to, and like the best friend type thing.
It kind of means that because this is voted on by
the peers,
by the other dancers in the academy. Yeah. So I'm like, well, that's actually, that says a lot. And like, we had to really like hype her up. It's like, hey, look, that wasn't second place. That was like, they voted on you. Like, of all the people.
Yeah. The dancer of the year was voted on by the coaches.
Yep.
You're being voted on by your peers and the other the other dancers who are saying we considered you the best.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a compliment. It's a huge compliment.
It's a massive compliment. Yeah. I think it's really awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't tuck that away in your drawer. Let's put that up somewhere. Recognize for all the hard work and commitment. You go in, rain or shine, smile or frown, you're still there putting in the work and the effort, and everyone respects that of you and just the kind person that you are. Yeah, it was really cool. It was neat to see the amount of awards. I guess, sorry, pause everybody. Last night was our daughter's
final competition recital.
Yeah, their year-end dance show. They put on a performance. All the parents can come and see. They do some extra fun stuff. They recognize the girls that are actually graduating high school and moving on with life. So they get to do some extra stuff that we don't normally get to see throughout the year, which is usually just pretty silly and funny. And then they handled some awards.
Have you figured out we're going to get not screwed, but messed up when it comes graduation?
Why is that?
Our girls are a year apart.
Your daughter will graduate a year before mine. Yeah.
So unfortunate, but would have been good to have. Would have been good for all three of them
to graduate.
All at the same time, because they went through all of the dance starting at the same time. Yeah.
I'm sure when the time comes, they'll figure something out.
Oh yeah.
It's not like all the girls leave the studio unless they're like traveling abroad. They usually come back and do a couple extra dances. So
yeah, they'll figure out something.
I'm sure they can figure it out.
Yep.
All right. If you guys are ready at home, Andrew, if you're ready, then I'm ready. Let's get the wheels of death going.
Wheel of death.
Wheel of death.
Wheel of death.
It would be fun to have that sound clip, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, you can see it coming through loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we got 3 wheels. Wheel 1 is my lineup. Wheel 2 is your lineup. And wheel 3 are the teams.
Let's go.
So wheel 1, I'm going to spin it. This is for me. Here we go. Whoop. So just to remind, we have 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex, or 3 flex. And then on here we have 2 random. Yay. So Andrew, you get to pick a running back for me.
Yes. But from what team?
Oh, let's go find out. Spin. Oh, gross.
Now you know how I felt last week.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, Alvin
All right.
Kamara.
Yeah, it's kind of like the only choice.
He is
All
the
right,
only
so
choice, yeah.
Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. Hey, cool. That was exciting.
Do you have to take off your player?
I did, yep.
Okay.
All right, now we're wheel 2 for you. Spid to C. Come on, garbage. I mean, all right, your first flex. First flex. High choice. Let's go team. Spin a Rooney.
Come on, Lions.
Oh, the Cardinals. And them dirty birds. So many dirty birds in this league.
There's only really 2.
Flex.
To me, there's 2 guys.
You're either going to go
Harrison or
James Conner.
Conner, yeah. Whichever you'd like for me.
I think I'll go. I'll be nice to you. I'm going to say Arizona. You can have Marvin Harrison.
Excellent.
Yeah, I won't give you old man James Conner. I'll give you young man, sophomore year. Maybe he does some cool stuff. All right. Mike's team. Here we go. Spinning. What position are we doing here? Oh, ooh. Position choice. I'm terrified. Do I get to choose now, or do we get to choose when I see the team?
No, well, it's me choosing for you.
Oh, yeah, right. You get to choose.
I'm going to take tight end.
Oh, jeez. Scary stuff. Here we go.
Hopefully it's player's choice again.
Okay, well, there's only one choice here.
Yeah.
Choice is kind of made for you.
Yeah.
That was Tampa Bay.
Yes.
And I get Cade Otton.
Yes.
Cade Otton. Okay. Not completely heartbroken about it.
No.
Not completely.
And they throw the ball to their tight end, so.
They do. Yeah, he had a couple good games last year. All right. To Andrew. Spin. Oh, QB1. Yep. QB1. Let's go to team.
Come on.
You want... who do you want? You want the Falcons.
Philly or...
you want the Bears?
No!
Jeez.
I'm going with rookies again, aren't I?
He's not a rookie. It's the second year.
I guess, yeah, it is his second year. Oh,
Can you remind me of that young man's name?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
yes.
Caleb Williams.
Well, you know what? With a new offense, maybe he'll have a good year.
Okay.
Where was he last year?
Oh, he was garbage last year.
Number 16.
Yeah. Okay. Spinning for me, Andrew. Let's see what we get. Oh,
QB2.
Okay, QB2. QB2, and from which team? A lot of choices out there, some good ones. Lamar.
No, not Lamar.
Get some Eagles. No. Oh, gross. Oh, that is just Seattle Seahawks. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
Do you want Darnold or do we want Locke?
No, he's not there
Drew
anymore.
Locke? Yeah, he's there.
Is he?
Yes.
I thought he was gone. I thought the other guy was at Jalen Milroe.
Well, yeah. Well, it's Milroe and Locke is the backup, but
Oh,
Darnold
let's
it
go.
is.
Oh, it's so. That is revolting.
Yes.
Okay, well, hey. Let's spin for you and see what happens. Wide receiver 1.
Minnesota.
Yeah, there's
Or
some decent
Detroit.
choices.
Or Detroit.
Vikings.
Minnesota.
You got Minnesota. I can't believe that. Jordan Addison.
That's a little bit easy.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson. Okay, so you're looking pretty good so far. I'm looking not so healthy. All right.
Yep, go on.
Yeah. Come on, click. There we go. Spin. Come on. Something good. Wide receiver 2. From which team?
Come on, Saints.
I go Cowboys.
Saints.
The Eagles, maybe.
Eagles would be nice.
No, come on. the Panthers?
What do your
I
choices?
guess, what are even the options?
Well, they have the rookie as number 1.
Who's
McMillan. Territoa McMillan. You got Adam Thielen and Xavier Legette. Those are your top 3.
McMillan.
That's who I'd be taking off of that team.
Yeah.
Territoa McMillan.
Is it 2 L's in McMillan?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Interesting. Not what I wanted to see.
I think he's going to have a
so
good
far.
year anyway. So.
All right. I'm spinning for you, Andrew. You still got 2 players' choice on the board, or position choice on the board. Looks like we're going to get one of them here.
Okay. What are you going to pick for me?
Let's have a look at your roster. Jeez.
You know what? I'll give you this. I'll let you do this. You can pick the team, and then you can choose your position if you want.
Oh, this is me spinning for you. I choose it. Yeah. So I'm choosing tight end.
Okay. Perfect. Come on, Detroit. Come on, Detroit or 49ers. Detroit 49ers. 40. Oh, who is theirs?
Zach Ertz.
Yes. Yeah, that works for me.
All right. Tight end from the Washington Commanders is Zachary Ertz.
Just don't get hurt, dude.
Okay. So I still need a starting quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, and a bunch of flex plays.
2v1. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. There's some decent choices here. Sam Darnold's only my backup. He's not my starter. Yep. So some good news. Let's spin. Packers. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan Love's good.
Yeah. Okay. Green Bay. Jordan Love. Okay, I had the choice. Let's go back to here. Spin. RB1.
Okay.
I know what I don't want it to be. All right, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, Falcons, Eagles, Giants, Lions. Those are all great choices.
Yeah, I've got really no...
You can't really... Oh. Rams. Kyron Williams.
The Cowboys was the only team I didn't want for that position.
Yeah. No, I got to learn to spell. There we go. Kyron Williams. All right, so that's done. Back to, that was for you. Now it's for me. Oh, got to spin again because you've already got my tight end. Oh, looks like it's going to be player's choice. Position choice. Here we go. Okay, what position are you going to pick?
Yeah. I'll throw flex so that we got options for when we get the team.
Go. All right, that's fair. All right, here we go. Let's head to team and spin. Let's go Lions. Let's go Cowboys. Because there's only one player on the Cowboys, and I'm glad to take him.
Who should I take for you for the flex position?
Pretty easy. I already filled it in for you. If you get it wrong, you're going to get penalized.
I was going to go Jake Ferguson for you. No.
I've already got a tight end.
He could be tight end, could be flex.
Oh.
I would not do that to you.
No, it can't.
I would not do that to you.
Okay, then I want you to say his name. Say his name.
Lamb.
There we go. All right, gonna have some lamb.
He's lambda, and omega moose. You know what that's from?
Don't know that one.
That's from Revenge of the Nerds.
Don't know that one.
I was gonna say
I do remember like scenes, but not a lot of the words. Here we go. Oh, it's gonna be position choice. I will do the same thing. I will choose a flex position.
Very nice.
That seems to be a good way of going about it. No. Yes. I wanted the Lions. It's choice. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon St. Brown.
It's in the flex, not the.
Yeah, but that's why you gotta choose one or the other.
I don't choose. You choose.
I know, like that's the choice is Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon St. Brown. Those are the only two that I would consider in this position. Well, I'm going to pick who I would pick, and that would be Jahmyr Gibbs.
Good choice. Did you see what I'm doing there across the screen?
The guy who runs?
Running back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Back to me. Spin. Now I can't get Jahmyr Gibbs.
No.
But there are some decent choices left. I'm hoping for, let's see, I can do CMC, Bijan Robinson.
Saquon.
All right, anybody but the Giants. Anybody but the Giants. Oh, team choice.
Man.
Oh, that's...
How nice do I be for you?
Well, you could pick the guy who, it's either going to be CMC, Bijan Robinson, or Saquon Barkley.
Or the Giants.
No, you got to pick the best. And there's nobody on the Giants that is the best, right? You literally have guys that CMC has been the guy.
Yeah.
He missed last year, so we don't know. Saquon Barkley was the guy last year, and Bijan Robinson was the number 2 guy, or number 3. You could go either way, man. Bijan. What would you do? Because I'd be happy with it.
Well, I would never touch CMC.
You are. Yeah, okay. So then now you're narrowing it down to Bijan or Saquon.
And because Saquon's gonna have the Madden curse, I'll give you Bijan.
It's a sneaky way of keeping the other teams and their assets.
Because I've got a running back so long to go.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be the Atlanta Falcons in Bijan Robinson. Boom. Okay. Okay, so we know the Falcons are off the board. Let me just do this. Falcons off the board. Hide. And now we'll go back to spinning the wheel for you. Wide receiver, 2. And the team, Giants, 49ers, Eagles. Okay, well, you don't want it to be the Eagles or the 49ers. That is, well, that's easy. It's the Malik Neighbors.
He's my neighbor.
Won't you be my neighbor? So you need a flex, a QB2, and a running back. I need a wide receiver and 2 flexes. And there's only 2 teams left, and then we put everything back on the board. Oh, terrifying.
Yeah, you got a 50-50.
Considering I have 3 flex options left on my wheel.
You should only have 1 or 2.
Right, but because we did player's choice. All right, so I've got a 1 in 3 chance to get the 49ers, but a 2 in 3 chance of getting the Eagles. Gross. Ugh. This team's trash. So Ricky Pearsall or Brandon Ayuk.
Wow. That's yuck.
It is yuck.
Which one is?
Well, Brandon Ayuk is going to miss part of the year because of his injury recovery.
They actually have Juan Jennings as the number 1.
Oh, yeah, I guess, hey. Even worse.
You'd rather have Pearsall over Jennings?
Oh. Yeah, I think I'd go for you got to make the choice.
I'll give you Pearsall. That's fine.
Yeah, I would rather have Ricky Pearsall and go for the upside of what he could do versus Juwan Jennings.
Like when I go Juwan Jennings, like I see he's already 27. The other guy's only 24. There's probably a higher upside with Pearsall this year.
All right, let's see what you get. So your RB2.
No, that's going to be my RB1 because that's already my RB2 was gone. Oh no, RB2. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, RB2, which is going to be Saquon Barkley. So I'm just going to spin this and go fill it out while it's spinning. Oh man, that is.
I got a sick running back team.
Yeah. Saquon Barkley.
The week we pick this one, I think, Mike, you're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. All right, so I'm going to put everything back on the board except for the player's choice or team choice. Lions, Seahawks, Bucks, Giants, Panthers. All right. So that's back up. We go back to...
and you have 2 flex.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take one of them out. Spin. I guess it doesn't really matter. We just know it's flex. Hi. Back to the team. A whole gambit of players to choose from again, so I still might end up with Adam Thielen on my team. Puka Nacua. Ah, son of a... Gross.
Okay.
So
DJ Moore.
Moore.
Or Swift.
Oh. Gag.
Or you can go Michigan and take Loveland.
No, I don't think he's going to get worked in.
DJ Moore, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, DJ Moore. Oh, that's so sad. My NFC team
So
sucks.
here's what's even worse for you. If
Yeah.
DJ Moore goes off, that means Caleb Williams goes off.
Yep. It's a double-edged sword. Okay, let's see. What do you need? You need your QB2 and a flex. I'm just gonna remove
Tight end.
the tight end and flex 3. Spin it for you. Tickety tickety tick tick tick. And it's nice for you that you get your QB2 with all the teams back on the board.
Yep.
I hope you get the Panthers. Oh, what's his name?
Fudge.
Michael Penix. That's his name. Michael Penix Jr.
Yep.
All right, so for my last flex spot, because I'm not going to go back to the other wheel, I'm just going to spin it from here. My last flex. At least it's options, right? You could pivot a variety of ways. Oh, come on! Hey, I could at least get the stack with my quarterback.
True.
Jackson Smith-Njigba or Kenneth Bonewalker.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So he was 97. The Njigba was 49th overall, so I'll give you Njigba again. Because Walker was 97th overall. So obviously Njigba is going to is higher ranked.
Yeah, let's hope Jackson Smith-Njigba is still the target and Sam Darnold can throw a football.
Yeah.
All right, your last choice. We're going to give the spin here. This is it. This wraps it up. I definitely have an uphill battle. Oh, come on.
Is it much of a choice?
AJ Brown? Yeah. Philadelphia. And this is going to be AJ.
So you have 2 Seattle. I have 2 Philly.
Yeah, you have 2 Super Bowl champion players in AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley. So my team, let's recap for everybody. Jordan Love, Alvin Kamara, Bijan, Ricky Pearsall, Tetaroa McMillan, Cade Otton, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Sam Darnold. It's not great. It's okay, but it's not great. That actually looks like a more realistic team. Like if you had a fantasy football and 10 or 12 team, this is something that could happen.
Totally.
Yours, on the other hand, is Caleb Williams, Kyron Williams, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Zach Ertz, Marvin Harrison, Jahmyr Gibbs, AJ Brown, and Michael Penix.
The one area that I think, the 2 areas that you've got me beat for sure is QB1 and tight end.
Yeah, I would argue Zach Ertz finished quite well at the tight end position, so I think him and Cade Otton are evenly matched. You've definitely edged me out with regards to wide receivers. Running backs, you've got 3 guys that could be top 5. I've got 1 guy that can be top 5. So, yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be fun. We'll figure it out. My team in the AFC side was a bit stronger. We'll see if it plays out and balances out.
As Mike picks the week for the bet, where Philadelphia's on bye, Detroit's on bye. All the teams are on bye for my that are bad. Or were we doing season? Or were we doing the season? That's right. Long. That's right. That's how we were going to do it.
Yeah, this is for the Super Bowl. Yeah, so this is season ending. So at the end of the year, how many points did you get? Right, and we total those points up, and we'll come back and say, all right. So unfortunately, if a player drops out due to injury, like it'll be a low point score. But they do have all season. So even if they have highs and lows and are inconsistent, it doesn't matter. It comes down to their end of season performance.
So, I wonder if any of the 4 teams breaks 3,000 points.
300 points, baby. You think 3,000?
Because your quarterback
That's 100
could get you
200 plus,
200 or
Should get you
300.
200.
Your running backs and wide receivers, your top one should get you about 200 each.
Okay, so I don't think 3,000.
Yeah, because you'd have to average
10
300
players
per player. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
maybe I'd say 1,700 might be a reasonable.
Yeah, I think 2,000, and you've got it on lock, because that's 200 points per player, and there's guys here that I think will do well over 200 points. I think most of the running backs, like your running backs at least, will do over 200 points, right? So that's 5 players, I think, right there. Your 2 quarterbacks, your 3 running backs should get you over 200 points per player, and the wide receivers should be in the 150 plus at least. And then your tight ends will, depending on their season, should be over 100 points.
So you're right. 17 to 2,000. I think you're dead on with. If you get 2,000, your team's dialed in for the year.
Oh yeah, this is a good year. All right, well that's it. You have a good looking team, man. Caleb Williams, Kyron Williams, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Zach Ertz, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jahmyr Gibbs, AJ Brown, and Michael Penix Jr.
Yes,
good stuff.
Very interesting.
Yeah, well, we got to wait for the season to start and to finish.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Well, that brings us to the end of this week. Come back next week if we decide to do an episode, if we come up with something creative and fun to do. Otherwise, we might take the week off. It's also ridiculously smoky here from all of the forest fires that are blowing in. Yeah.
Is that why you guys didn't have baseball?
Yep. That is the coach, even though there was no game and it was canceled, the coach still wanted to get together and to practice outside. I'm like, the air quality is 9 out of 10. That's bad. And he's like, no. The air quality is 5. Let me show you this off-brand website where it says it's only 5. Like, I'm going to trust the government of Canada and the Weather Network showing us what the air quality report is, not some Joe Schmo's reader.
Yeah.
We're good.
And considering you're probably close to the end of the season anyway.
Yeah, it's almost wrapped up. And if a bunch of the kids that Benson wants to go play with weren't going to be there, he lost all interest. He's not doing it for the sport. He's doing it for the friends.
There you go.
Yeah. So not going to push. Well, folks, thank you again for joining us. It's been a lot of fun doing this. The off season is trucking along. There's not going to be a lot of news until we get into the summertime when camps start reporting. And unfortunately, there is going to be a lot of fluff or injury news. So, yeah. Find the good things where you can find them. From one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Good night, everybody.